Going deep into the rabbit hole of blitzscaling.
You know it.
Silicon Valley, venture capitalists with more money than God.
More money than sense.
For sure.
Yeah.
And companies growing faster than like a beanstalk on steroids.
Indeed.
It's we're talking about like the heart of digital capitalism, man. That whole go big or go home thing.
Yeah, and the casualties.
Casualties, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's heavy.
Many.
But before we get all like, dark and twisty,
Yeah.
let's break it down. Blitzscaling.
Right?
What
Yeah.
is it really?
A good question.
Like, is it just a fancy word for good old-fashioned greed?
Well, I mean, greed is definitely a factor.
Right.
But this Hoffman dude,
Hoffman.
Mr. LinkedIn himself,
Right.
literally wrote the book on it.
Oh, wow.
And according to him, it's about prioritizing speed
Speed.
above everything else.
Above even efficiency.
Even efficiency. It's like, jumping out of a plane and
Building your parachute on the way down.
oh, dude. Okay, that's some intense imagery right there. I'm feeling that. I mean, it makes sense though, right? It's like gotta break a few eggs,
You got to break a few eggs to make an omelet.
to make an omelet, right? Or in this case, like crush a few souls
Right.
to build a billion-dollar empire.
There you go. Yeah. It's a high-risk, high-reward
For sure.
strategy.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems to be particularly prevalent
Yeah.
in Silicon Valley.
Oh man, Silicon Valley, the land of unicorns and Teslas and like
Disrupted industry.
yeah, disrupted industries for sure.
Yeah.
But why there? Like, is it something in the water? Or is the air just like saturated with venture capital fumes? I don't get it.
Well, I mean, software companies with their
Yeah.
low marginal costs and network effects,
Right.
they're particularly suited for blitzscaling.
Yeah.
It's like a digital gold rush.
Gold rush.
Yeah, the more users you have, the more valuable you become. Okay, network effects, dude. It's like the more people you have on your platform,
Yeah.
the more addictive it becomes.
Yeah.
Kind of like this deep dive, right?
Perhaps.
Just saying.
Yeah. But let's not digress.
Right.
The point is, blitzscaling isn't limited to software.
Oh, really?
We're seeing it in other industries too.
Mhm.
Tesla, Amazon, even healthcare. It's like this model of growth is spreading like a virus.
Like a virus, man. That's deep. It's like capitalism itself is evolving,
right?
mutating into this new hyper-aggressive form.
Right.
But like, what about the human cost, man?
Yeah, human
All
cost.
those like burnt out engineers and gig workers and, just sacrificing their sanity for
Yeah.
the sake of disruption.
That is a crucial point.
Yeah.
And Hoffman himself acknowledges the dark side
Okay.
of blitzscaling.
Right.
It can create internal chaos,
Chaos.
employee unhappiness, a
Okay.
culture of constant firefighting.
Firefighting, dude.
Yeah.
More like soul crushing, right?
Yeah.
It's like they're building these empires on a foundation of stress and burnout.
Yes. And the sustainability
Yeah.
of this model is questionable,
Right.
both for individuals
Right.
and organizations. And that brings us to a very important question.
Okay.
Are there alternative
Right.
paths to growth?
Whoa. Alternative paths, man. Like
Yeah.
what? Like taking a chill pill and just like growing organically?
Well,
Or maybe like starting a commune and bartering for goods and services? What are we talking about here?
I mean, those are certainly options,
Okay.
but there are other growth models
Growth models.
within the capitalist framework.
Okay.
Classic startup growth
Okay.
is more cautious, focused on learning and efficiency.
Right.
Classic scale-up growth prioritizes optimizing operations once a stable foundation is established.
Okay.
And then there's fast scaling, which emphasizes speed in a predictable market.
So wait, so blitzscaling is like the Wild West of growth hacking, where like the rules are made up and the points don't matter. Is that what we're saying?
In a way, yes. It's about disrupting the status quo, embracing uncertainty,
Right.
pushing the boundaries.
Right. Pushing back with what's
That's-
possible.
Dude, it's like they're like explorers on a digital frontier, like charting unknown territory. What happens when they reach the edge of the map?
That's a question worth exploring.
Oh, yeah.
But before we get too philosophical,
Right.
perhaps we should delve into some concrete examples.
Examples. Okay.
Let's take a closer look at how companies like Amazon and Uber
Okay, yeah.
have leveraged blitzscaling
Right.
to become global giants.
Amazon and Uber, man. Like, the poster children for blitzscaling gone wild.
Okay.
All right, let's do this. We're going deep, dude. Deep into the belly of the beast.
Let's do it.
I'm excited.
All right, so Amazon.
Amazon.
The behemoth,
The Kraken.
Kraken.
Digital Kraken that's like swallowed retail whole. Yeah, it's amazing. What's so fascinating is how they use blitzscaling, not just to grow, right, but to like fundamentally reshape the landscape of consumerism.
Oh man, it's like they built this insane logistical empire.
Yes.
This network of like warehouses and delivery trucks.
Yes.
So vast, it's practically its own country,
Yeah, right.
like Amazonia or something.
Yeah, it's true.
And they did it by playing the long game, man, sacrificing short-term profits
yes.
for world domination.
Exactly. They were not afraid to bleed money
Right.
in the early days,
Right.
investing heavily in infrastructure
Okay.
and undercutting competitors on price.
Well,
It was a risky strategy,
right.
but it allowed them to capture market share
Yeah.
at an unprecedented rate.
It's like a game of Monopoly, man, where you just buy up all the properties, even if it means going into debt.
Right.
And then, boom,
You start charging rent.
you're the king of the board.
You got it.
It's brilliant.
That's a rather apt analogy.
Right.
And it's not just retail.
Oh, no. What else?
They've expanded into cloud computing, entertainment,
Oh, wow.
even grocery delivery.
Well,
It's like they're on a mission to control every aspect of our lives.
it's kind of freaky when you think about it. Like,
Yeah.
is Bezos some kind of, like, evil genius, or is he just, like, a really good capitalist?
Perhaps it's a bit of both.
Right.
But
Right.
let's not get sidetracked
Right.
by conspiracy theories.
Okay. Okay, fair enough.
The point is Amazon's success is inextricably linked
Right.
to their mastery of blitzscaling.
Okay.
They understood the power of speed,
Right.
scale,
Okay.
and relentless expansion.
Relentless expansion, man. That's the key. Okay, so Amazon.
Right.
Check.
They're the poster child.
They're like the poster child for blitzscaling gone right.
Yes.
What about the other side of the coin?
The other side.
Like, what about the companies that, like, crashed and burned trying to play this game?
Yes. The casualties
Right.
of the digital gold rush.
Right, right.
There are countless examples
Really?
of companies that tried to blitzscale
Okay.
and failed.
Wow.
They overextended.
Yeah.
They burned through their cash
Right.
and ultimately couldn't keep up
Oh, wow.
with the pace of their own growth.
It's like Icarus, man, flying too close to the sun.
Yeah.
You know, the wings melted,
Right.
and they just plummeted back to Earth.
Yeah, it's a cautionary tale for sure.
Yeah. A cautionary tale.
It highlights the inherent risks
Right.
of blitzscaling.
Okay.
This is not a strategy
Right.
for the faint of heart.
No.
Requires a certain level of audacity,
Okay.
a willingness to gamble,
Right.
and a tolerance for chaos.
Chaos, man.
Yeah.
That's putting it mildly. It's like they're creating these vortexes
Vortexes.
of disruption,
Yeah.
sucking everything into their orbit,
Right.
and the people caught in the middle. The workers, the competitors,
Right.
the consumers.
Yeah.
They're all just trying to hold on for dear life.
You're painting a rather dramatic picture.
I know, right?
But there's a kernel of truth to it.
Right.
Blitzscaling can be a force of destruction,
Right.
disrupting industries,
Right.
displacing workers, creating winners and losers.
Winners and losers, man.
Yeah.
It's like a digital gladiatorial arena where only the strongest survive.
Right.
And the rest, they're just roadkill on the highway to progress.
That's a rather grim assessment.
I know, right? It's heavy, man.
But you're not entirely wrong.
Okay.
Blitzscaling can lead to a winner-take-all dynamic,
Okay.
where a few dominant players emerge,
Right.
and everyone else is left fighting for scraps.
Scraps, man. More like digital dust. It's like they're, like, vacuuming up all the value.
Right.
Leaving nothing but, like, empty calories.
Right.
And data exhaust in their wake.
A somewhat cynical perspective,
I know.
but one that's worth considering.
Okay.
The implications of blitzscaling extend far beyond the realm of business.
Oh, really?
It's reshaping our economy, our society,
Yeah.
our very understanding
Yeah.
of work and value.
Whoa, dude, we're getting deep here.
We're getting deep.
Like, is this the future of capitalism? Is this
Like-
the end game?
That's a question for the ages.
Yeah.
But one thing's for sure.
Okay.
Blitzscaling is here to stay.
Whoa.
It's a force
Right.
that is transforming the world before our very eyes.
Transforming, man. more like mutating. It's like capitalism is evolving into this like new hyper-aggressive life form.
Right.
And we're just along for the ride, dude.
Right.
Clinging to the back of this like digital beast.
It's an interesting analogy.
Right.
But perhaps we should steer away from such apocalyptic metaphors.
Right.
The future is not predetermined.
Okay.
It's up to us to decide
Okay.
how we navigate
Okay.
this new landscape
Right.
to shape the world we want to live in.
Shape the world, man. That's a lot of pressure. I think I need another hit for that.
The benefits of blitzscaling are often unevenly distributed,
Right.
and the social and economic consequences
Right.
are still unfolding.
Unfolding, man. It's like we're watching a train wreck in slow motion. We know it's going to be bad, but we can't look away.
Well, perhaps instead of passively observing,
Yeah.
we should be actively
Right.
engaging in the debate, exploring solutions, and shaping the future we want to see.
Shaping the future, man. That sounds like a lot of work.
It is work.
Can't we just like smoke another bowl and let the algorithms figure it out?
While tempting,
Yeah.
I think we owe it to ourselves and future generations
Okay.
to engage
Right.
with these complex issues.
Yeah.
We need to think critically about the role of technology,
Okay.
the nature of work, and the values.
Values
Yes.
that underpin our economic system.
Right.
Values, man, that's a heavy word.
It is a heavy word.
Like what are our values?
Right.
Are we all just like cogs in the machine, man?
Right.
Or can we actually make a difference?
That is the fundamental question. Do we embrace a future where efficiency and profit reign supreme?
Okay.
Or do we strive for a more equitable and sustainable model?
Equitable and sustainable. Man, those are big words.
They are big words.
Like I'm all for saving the planet and stuff.
Right.
But I also like, my next day delivery and my streaming services, man.
It's a complex dilemma.
Right.
We're all complicit in this system, even as we critique it.
Okay.
The challenge is to find a way to balance our individual needs and desires
Yeah.
with the collective good.
Balance, man. That's like a yoga pose, right? Maybe we should all just like do some downward facing dogs and let the good vibes flow.
Well, while mindfulness and self-care are certainly important,
okay, yeah.
I think we need more than just good vibes
Okay.
to address the systemic challenges we're facing.
Systemic challenges, man.
Yeah.
That sounds like a job for like superheroes or something.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
But maybe we're all capable of being heroes in our own way. By questioning assumptions, challenging the status quo,
Right.
and advocating for a more just and equitable world.
Just an equitable world. Those are powerful words, man. Maybe there's hope for us after all.
Perhaps. But the future is not guaranteed.
No.
It's up to us to create it.
Whoa, dude, that's deep. Like we're all architects of our own destiny.
In a way, yes. The choices we make, both individually and collectively, will shape the world we inhabit.
Choices, man. That's a lot of responsibility. I think I need another hit to process all this.
While I wouldn't recommend relying solely on external substances
Okay.
for clarity,
Yeah.
I understand the need
Right.
for moments of contemplation.
Contemplation, man. That's my middle name. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. So like where do we go from here? What's the next step in this blitzscaling saga?
I think the first step is to keep asking questions, to challenge assumptions,
Right.
and to engage in meaningful dialogue about the future we want to create.
Dialogue, man. Like we're doing right now.
Precisely. By sharing ideas, perspectives, and insights,
Right.
we can begin to envision alternative paths and build a more just and sustainable world.
Just and sustainable world, man. I like the sound of that. But I think I'm all talked out for now. I need a nap.
A wise decision. Sometimes the best way to process complex information is to allow it to simmer in the subconscious.
Simmer, man. More like ferment. But hey, that's how you make good beer, right? So maybe that's a good metaphor for this whole blitzscaling thing. It's messy, it's unpredictable, but it has the potential to create something amazing.
Indeed. The future is a brewing.
Yeah.
Let's hope it's a potent and flavorful one.
Potent and flavorful, man. I'll drink to that. Cheers to the future. And to all you listeners out there, thanks for tuning in and expanding your minds with us. Peace out.